when they described the him turning heel and going with becoming Hollywood Hogan. They didn't explain that. Well, you've heard this story a million times in 50 other different documentaries, but that he was not the third man, and that he kind of was like knew that he was kind of being stale and needed a something else, and that's why he did it. Decided to do it, but however, it didn't really need it for the documentary, I guess, if it makes sense, because it is kind of a for the casual fan and not for a hardcore fan. A hardcore fan is going to know that.
Mm.
Um, but they didn't. They attacked every controversy, everything in his life that was the ups and downs of his life. So kudos to that. What I thought was interesting was the end of his life. You got to see the scenes from you got to see inside the funeral home or the funeral service, I should say, and what happened there and what was said and things like that. And I thought that was intriguing because you always see reports of so and so said this or that, but it was like intriguing to actually see that. For the most part, and I love the fact that also Triple H basically said for some reason Vince was stuck on Hogan, and I had to put him over. But basically, I had to put him over, and I don't think it was the right call, but whatever, and it probably wasn't looking in hindsight, but hey, he got to be another world champion again one more time in 2002, if you remember, or
Mhm. I think it was
2003.
3.
Yeah. No.
I was
But
mixed on it though. There was two kinds of sadnesses for me. So it kind of put me back to where I felt like a kid again and learning all about Hogan again, which was really cool to me. Um, it was sad about just the way his life ended because he died in pain. I
Mhm.
mean that's what he did. But I was really sad in another way that his daughter was not mentioned at all. If it was loose. I didn't remember hearing her name or anything. Did you guys? I mean, I did.
Yeah, I think her name was mentioned like when she was born and things like that. It
Right.
just wasn't. It just as she got older, and of course they talked about her obviously when they talked about Hogan knows best, but after that, she wasn't interviewed or anything like that. I don't think she wanted to be a part of it, which we kind of saw when he was going through his medical stuff and his passing. That she became vocal about their their strange relationship, right? So
Yeah.